Hey. It's me, man. It's like, you know. Uh um this is what I wanted to talk about today. Conspiracy dude. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out. Conspiracy dude. No, really, honestly. Conspiracy dude. Hopefully you do hear this because I have a couple questions. Before I start asking my questions, I want to get this through. I want to lay this down right now. Um, Conspiracy dude, you are a very brilliant individual. You're very interesting, and I admire your intelligence. And me calling you out, it's not a diss. I really just want some questions answered because I feel as though you can provide me with the answers, and I feel as though you go by 100% research, and that's what I'm looking for. Um, I wanted to throw this out. We all know Tommy Sotomayor is a bitch. I just wanted to throw that out there. Okay, now to get to my questions. Eminem clone. Okay, I believe there's clones. I mean, we saw Nelly's arm on your video. Um, so okay, we know that there's clones. We know that there's human cloning. We know that Eminem was cloned. However, my question about Eminem being cloned is, I was watching a recent video on Eminem being cloned, and you said you think he was cloned in '98. The real Eminem never made it mainstream. Okay. Here's my question for that. Um, if Eminem was cloned in '98 and he never made it mainstream, okay, there's videos he made after 1998 where a sit down talk where he was pretty much saying how something was a witch. He said, metaphorically, he said a witch was harassing him. This is after '98. Okay, now what I believe is that when people sell their soul to the devil, because that's what they do, um, the real one's around for about 10 or 20 years, however long the contract lasts. Steve Jobs said he had a 20-year contract. And there's a video with this black dude who analyzes the contracts and all that. So I believe that there's a contract, and my thing is, I believe that they are cloned while the original is still alive, and that the clone are put out mainstream, and the clones are there. So when the time runs out for the original host, they kill him, and the clones are still free. Now, some people believe Tupac was a clone. I don't necessarily believe that. Or if that's true, then that just validates my theory of original being alive while their clone's active until the original is killed. Um, like like Tupac. I mean, I don't think a clone would say Illuminati. You know what I mean? I don't think a clone would do that, being how they're programmed, or there's information uploaded to their brain. I don't think that type of information would be uploaded. Okay. Um, as far as Satan is concerned, he'd be saying kill Jesus or something. He wouldn't say kill Illuminati. That's what makes me think that if you know, yeah. So do the clones use the uploaded data however they want, or do they use it to perform the agenda that the uploaders are doing it for? Now, Eminem, he went on tour in around in about 2005, and in the middle of his tour, he canceled it. He was holding his head. He looked bad. Okay, I don't know if the video is still on YouTube, but there was a girl really breaking down Eminem. Um, he was holding his head, and then he was gone for about 4 years. They say he went to rehab. Okay. Now, if that was a clone, do you think it would have went down like that? Really? Do you think it would have went down like that if it was a clone? Uh, or 2004, 2005 is around the time. It's probably around the time where he got his contract, or time 10 years prior is probably around the time where he sold his soul to the devil. Who knows? I have to do a little more research too, but I would definitely like for Mr. Conspiracy Dude to look into that. He's probably gonna still, stick to his theory as Eminem being cloned in '98, and that was it for him. However, the original Eminem had moles on his face, and I've seen pictures of Eminem after '98 where he had those moles on his face. So it may not be him, but it could be him. I think he was around a little longer than 1998, but Conspiracy Dude seems to think he was replaced in '98, and that was the end of it, and that was it. But hopefully he can take a look at this video. Hope I didn't confuse anybody with some of the way I'm saying things. So Tupac, he was quote unquote cloned, whatever. I don't believe it, but that's Tupac. I'm not even asking about Tupac. I'm asking about Eminem. Was he really cloned in '98 and replaced altogether in '98, or was he cloned in '98 and they let the clones free, and the original Eminem continued to make music and eventually passed away in 2005 or 2006 and 2007? Who knows? Whenever he sold his soul to the devil, probably 10 years after that, and he canceled his tour in the middle of the tour, in the middle of actually a performance, to go to rehab. I think that's something funny with that. Okay, so hopefully Conspiracy Dude will run across this video and make a video response, or definitely comment or let me know what he thinks of and respond to my questions. I don't have nothing against Conspiracy Dude. He's actually changed the outlook of my life to a whole nother extent, and I'm glad he did, because now my mind is on this a whole nother level. Okay, once I found out Eminem was a clone, I'm not even gonna lie, I cried that day. Eminem is my favorite rapper. He really is. I cried that day. I couldn't believe it. I was listening to Superman, played it on repeat and repeat and repeat, and I just couldn't get over it because it made so much sense. I couldn't deny it. I mean, it's my favorite rapper, but I'm not gonna say no, it's not true, because I'm a grown man. I look at reality for reality. I didn't like to accept it, but I had to. So yeah, that's what it is. Hopefully, Conspiracy Dude can get back at me. Hopefully, we can collab on some things. Get at me, Conspiracy Dude.